draft, recap, so it's now the week after the draft now. Hope everyone enjoyed your weekend. Hope everyone enjoyed the NFL draft and obviously the NBA playoffs, the Stanley Cup playoffs, so on, so on. But man, it was a crazy draft. I will say. I mean, wasn't through all the location because I'm a Packers hater, so I hate the Packers. I'm anti Green Bay, so but still. But it was a good place, though. I mean, the place is rocking. But yeah, see the draft's now in the books now. So, Instigator Mick did not do well. I only got one pick right in the first round, my draft board, and that's Cam Ward, sadly. So, I did horrible in my draft board this year. But now, but other than that, it was a great party, though. I mean, another great turnout like usual, Other than that, still, it was a fun draft, 5 Virginia Tech players got taken in day 3, so we'll get into that a little bit. But I'm happy about it. As a Virginia Tech fan, I'm very happy with that. I think the Bills did pretty good with their draft strategy, so... Not to take bias, but I think I like to go and focus on defense because offense we got so many weapons already. So yeah, we did that, But yeah, let's recap the draft first before we get into obviously the playoffs and let's get into it. Of course, 2 weeks from tonight. Before that, 2 weeks before we get into that, 2 weeks from tonight, Instigator Mick will do a NFL schedule release special just like last year. It'll be May 14th. 2 weeks from tonight, the NFL schedule comes out. So. You don't want to miss that episode of Instigator Mick. You don't want to miss this one at all. But let's get into it. The very first pick of the draft, not surprised, Cam Ward goes number 1. So that, they got their quarterback. We knew it was a no-brainer pick right there, the first pick of the draft. But boy, this one was crazy. The Jags trade up their pick. They trade their pick to go number 2 instead of number 5. So they trade up. They made a trade with the Browns for the second overall pick. And that's when they got Travis Hunter. I thought Abdul Carter was number 2, but man, that was huge. That was a huge trade right there, right away. Didn't waste any time after the first pick. Boom. Travis Hunter goes second overall, going to the Jaguars instead of going like the Cleveland Browns or like the Giants. Wow. So, yeah, for Travis Hunter. I mean, I thought he was going to go to the Patriots. I don't know why I thought Vrabel would get him, but yeah, congrats to him. So, thing is, what possession is Travis Hunter going to play? Is he going to play both possessions, like a corner and wide receiver, or is he going to play one or the other? I mean. If he plays both, that'd be insane. That'd be impressive. Jacksonville's got their guy for sure. That's a good pick. The Giants obviously got Abdul Carter. You knew after that they weren't going to pass on Abdul Carter, so they got him. So Giants got a good edge rusher. Him and Thibodeau together. I mean, Giants, we don't know how it is, but Abdul Carter is probably one of the best players in that draft for sure. So he went 3rd overall. Will Campbell. What's up, Colton Moore? How you doing? How's your Wednesday going? I mean... And what do you think of the NFL draft this past weekend? Raphael, how you doing too? I mean, I'm glad you joined in too as well. Oh yeah, Will Campbell went number 4. How's it going, viewers? Man, this is a pretty good show tonight. You got your first jiu-jitsu tournament. Good luck to that, Colton Moore. I know you'll do well. That's amazing. Number 1 in Ohio State, too. But Will Campbell went number 4th overall. The offensive tackle. He goes to the Patriots. Vrabel's focus was O-line. Then the Browns, all after trading down, all you get is Mason Graham. Absolutely. I'd love to have you as another subscriber. Dove Slayer 24, congrats on winning that big baseball game there. So, it's in Colorado too. But I mean, well, that's really impressive though. Like for your jiu-jitsu, that's really amazing. Dominating your state, I love it. I mean, good luck, definitely for sure. Hell yeah, feeling the love tonight. So Mason Graham. I mean, why would you take Mason Graham? Cleveland. That's all I can say is Cleveland. Why would you take them? I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, there's plenty of good options. You should have gotten a quarterback, but you had to wait till the 5th round to get Treador Sanders. That's the biggest question. Like, what is Cleveland Browns doing? So you took Mason Graham, and then Ashton Jeanty went to the Raiders. So that's the 6th overall pick was Ashton Jeanty. So Raiders got their running back now. Good move by Pete Carroll. And Armand Membu gets drafted to the New York Jets. I just feel bad for Membu. His career's probably going to get ruined by the Jets. He may be a good player. He'll do well, but the thing is, I just feel bad that out of all teams, he's going to the Jets. McMillan, I mean, the Panthers took a wide receiver and Tetrara McMillan from Arizona. I think he's a good receiver. I did not expect him to go top 10. I did not expect McMillan. I did not have my board going top 10. I had him going like 20th pick. But he ended up like boosting. His stock went up. So that's a good pick. Like weapon for so Bryce Young got his top receiver other than just other lineman gets drafted. Another the Texas Longhorn getting picked, going to the Saints. But this one kind of surprised me a little bit more. Colston Loveland, the first tight end off the board. I thought it'd be Tyler Warren, but the Bears take another tight end. So Loveland, the first, even though I know Loveland's good enough, but it's just thing is over Tyler Warren. That's a little bit of a surprise right there. So he went number 10. Michael Williams, edge rusher, going into the 49ers. These Georgia Bulldogs, man. There's a lot of Georgia teams. There's a lot of Buckeyes too. So I mean, there's a lot of Buckeyes in this draft, I'll say, this year. So Michael Williams ended up going to the 49ers. Take another edge rusher. Him and Nick Bosa eventually together would be a good threat, for the 49ers D. The America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, they took Tyler Booker. So they took an O-lineman, protect Dak Prescott. But we don't know what Dak Prescott's future is. He's going to stay with. I think he's going to stay with Dallas, but who knows how long he's got left. I mean, he got the extension already, but I don't know if he's the guy anymore. He's a good quarterback. It's hard to tell with Dak Prescott. He's just an inconsistent quarterback. Although he does got CeeDee Lamb, but add a little more protection, not bad. Kenneth Grant, that was a good pick by the Dolphins, I will say. I mean, coming from a Bills fan, that was a good pick, taking Kenneth Grant. But then finally, the 14th pick, Tyler Warren gets taken by the Colts. I think that's a good fit for Tyler Warren. Out of all places, he goes to Indy. But who knows who the quarterback's going to be for Indianapolis. That situation going to be interesting. Who's going to be their starting quarterback? I mean, it's like Richardson, but it's hard to tell who we think the Colts starting quarterback will be this upcoming season. I can't wait to see what that's going to be like in training camp and preseason. But yeah, Tyler Warren, doesn't matter who the quarterback is, he's going to be a stud. Not just catching passes, but also going to be a good blocker as well. He just fits well in Indy for some reason. The Falcons took Jalen Walker, so if he finally got off the board, going to the Atlanta Falcons, staying in the state of Georgia, came from the Georgia Bulldogs, so he's staying. So not travel that far. Walter Nolan got picked 16th overall, going to the Arizona Cardinals, D tackle, so add more beef on defense there. Then Shamar Stewart gets taken. I should have put him on my board, but I just decided to go with him. What state am I in? I'm in New York. I'm a Western New Yorker. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan, so yeah, I'm from New York. Some Western New Yorker guy. Shamar Stewart. Oh, Monkey Juice and go Patriots. I mean, yeah, I feel it this year. About the season. Especially getting Stephon Diggs. Getting former Bill too, Matt Collins. I think Matt Collins probably be your best receiver other than Diggs. I think Matt Collins be your guy probably to throw to if you're Drake May this year. That's what I'd say. I'm just bummed out Matt Collins ended up going to the Patriots, but still, he was such a good receiver for the Bills last year. He's going to do well in New England, I think. Oh, that's awesome. And then Gray Zabel gets taken 18th overall by the Seahawks, so protection there for Sam Darnold. Not good. Slow white quarterback. Yeah, but then again, we never know. But I think the Patriots, that's the team that scares me the most. I mean, I should be scared more of the Dolphins, but I don't know why. Diggs is out for blood on the Bills this year. I can see it. That's what I think my biggest threat is. Mike Vrabel, I think he could turn this program around. He could not. But he's an ex-Patriot. It's just crazy. He moved on from Jerod Mayo after one season. I thought at least give him another chance. But that's tough. And yeah, Emeka Egbuka, the Ohio State receiver, he gets taken 19th overall. That's a good pick there. The thing is, He'll probably be a backup. He probably might get some reps, but it's a loaded wide receiver room. Along with him, you got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. The list goes on. I mean that Bucks wide receiver room was be loaded this year. Adding a Buckeyes receiver. Jahdae Barron goes 20th overall. End up going to the Denver Broncos. I had him going like top 10. I had him going to the Raiders. That's what I had him on my board. The 21st pick was the Pittsburgh Steelers. We all thought it was Shedeur Sanders. We thought, oh man, this definitely got to be a quarterback. But then they decided to take Derek Harmon, which that's a good ad, because Cam Hayward's starting to get old. So that could be their eventual replacement once Cam Hayward retires. But it's kind of a sad story. I mean, Derek Harmon, after he got drafted, he went to the hospital, told his mom he got drafted to the Steelers, and sadly, mom passed away right after that, So it's this emotional story. But I'm hoping Derek Harmon has a hell of a rookie season now after going through what he's gone through during the draft week. But the Steelers went defense the first round. But still, I did not see that coming. I thought for sure they're taking a quarterback first round. I thought Shedeur was going. And then 5 rounds later, he finally gets taken. It's kind of great. What a crazy draft weekend it was. Omarion Hampton ends up going to the Chargers. Boy, another offensive weapon for Justin Herbert. Him and Najee together, look out. All I can say is Matthew Golden, the Packers finally take a receiver for the first time in 23 years. So Matthew Golden, that's a steal in the draft, I'd say. That's one of the big steals in this NFL draft for the Packers, taking a wide receiver. And the Vikings took Donovan Jackson. So old lineman there. Had protection for the young J.J. McCarthy. But all of a sudden, like day 3 of the draft, he had a trade, for draft picks. The Seahawks. Sam Howell ended up getting traded to the Vikings. So Sam Howell's going to be possibly backing up McCarthy, or it could be starting. We shall see what happens. But then Giants trade up their next pick. It was supposed to be they trade up their pick. They traded up the Houston pick. Houston was supposed to be up 25th, and Giants trade up. They get Jackson Dart. They did get a quarterback. I thought, okay, they're trading up for Shedeur Sanders, but Jackson Dart was a fourth quarterback taken in this year's draft. So a lot of people were surprised there. Then pick after that, the Rams are supposed to be the 26th pick. Then Falcons trade up. They get James Pierce Jr. and another edge rush. So Falcons load up on defense. And Malachi Starks goes 27th overall. Goes to the Ravens. That's a good pick for the Ravens. He'll end up fitting that system eventually. Lions went 28th pick. They took Tyleik Williams, defensive tackle from Ohio State, another Buckeye off the board. And the Commanders went 29th. They took an old lineman out of Oregon, Josh Connerly Jr. And of course, my Buffalo Bills, 30th pick, they took Maxwell Harrison. I'm happy with this pick. I like his personality, but I think he's going to fit well, especially who knows if Tre'Davious White can stay healthy. So that's a good pick by the Bills, taking a corner out of Kentucky, Maxwell Harrison. Of course, he also teammates with Ray Davis, college teammates. So Ray Davis got to be happy with that one. Reunited with his old college teammate. 31st pick supposed to be the Chiefs, so the Eagles trade 1 pick up to get Jahad Campbell. So more defense for the Eagles. They're loading up again. And Josh Simmons was the last pick of the first round by the Chiefs. A lot of Buckeyes there. We had some decent picks in round 2. Bills took TJ Sanders. And the Saints took a quarterback, but was not named Shedeur Sanders. It was Tyler Show. Which surprised me. That was a notable pick in the round 3, finish up night 2. The Bills took Landon Jackson. I like that one. Another good solid Bills pick. And the Browns took a quarterback in the 3rd round. It is not Shedeur. It was Dylan Gabriel ended up going 3rd round. Then we finally get to day 4. This is one of my favorite days of the draft, I think, because a lot of Virginia Tech players went this round. 2nd pick of the 4th round by Shil Tootin, one of the first Virginia Tech player taken in the draft. Stud rank. I knew he'd be the first one taken for the other Virginia Tech players. Him and Etienne will be a good threat together eventually once he gets some more playing time. Then Scatterboo, back-to-back running backs. Scatterboo gets taken by the Giants. And the Bills went up. They got Deion Walker. Jack Sawyer ended up going to the Steelers. And then another Hokie got taken in the 4th round. Jalen Lane, wide receiver, going to the Commanders. Not having 2 Hokies taken in the 4th round. Give me a lot in the 6th round. The 5th round, that's a notable picks there. Finally, Shedeur Sanders gets picked. The 6th pick in the 5th round. Pick 144. So finally Shedeur gets drafted, goes to the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns got like 4 quarterbacks. Well, 5 if you count Deshaun Watson, but still. What are they going to do for who their starter going to be? They took 2 rookie quarterbacks in the draft this year. What are the Browns doing? That's all I can say. And then the Bills took Jackson Hawes, a tight end out of Georgia Tech. That was the Bills' 4th round pick. Actually, 5th round, actually, yeah. And Jordan Hancock, that's a steal. I think he's going to fit well with them. And I love this round, the 6th round. A lot of Virginia Tech players went. First pick, Bills took a Virginia Tech player. So that was my favorite pick for the Bills. Ernest Maxwell Harrison is Dorian Strong. Corner out of Virginia Tech. My favorite college team. I love this pick. I think he's going to do well for the Bills. That's definitely like a Sean McDermott type player, I think. I think he fits well with that system. Kyle McCord, Syracuse player. He gets to go in the Eagles, so he could be the future quarterback once Jalen Hurts eventually leaves. Maybe not. Steelers got their quarterback. They got Will Howard. We don't know the stats of Aaron Rodgers, but maybe that could be Rodgers' fate. He could end up not playing now after that. Then we get another Virginia Tech player taken. 2 more. It was back-to-back. 33rd and 34th pick of the 4th round, in the 5th round, in the 6th round. Antoine Power-Island, edge rusher of Virginia Tech. He's going to Philadelphia. Congrats to him. And Aeneas Peoples, he's going after that, pick right after him, another Virginia Tech player, going to the Ravens. And Mr. Irrelevant this year belongs to Kobe Minor, corner out of Memphis, is a New England Patriot. So that's who Mr. Irrelevant is this year. But yeah, that was a good draft. I'll tell you that this year. Next year, the draft will be in Pittsburgh. 1 year later. So that'll be 2026. That'll be next year's draft. Will be in Steel City. That should be fun. But yeah, let's get it out. Stanley Cup playoffs. We had our first elimination to Stanley Cup playoffs last night. And that was New Jersey Devils losing in double overtime. So Canes winning in 5 games. So congrats to them. They're moving on. Of course, my Boston Celtics are moving on in the NBA playoffs. Congrats to my Celtics. They end the series in 5 by beating the Magic. So the defending champs, my Celtics, I'm hoping for a repeat. But now they either face the Pistons or the Knicks. Either way, it's going to be a tough series. I think no matter who they're playing. That Knicks series could be a wake-up. That's going to be a lot tougher series, a longer series. Who else got eliminated this weekend? Oh, yeah, the Memphis Grizzlies got eliminated over the weekend by the Thunder. They got swept, and the Cavaliers swept the Heat. And that was just destroyed. Miami got nailed. And you also had another elimination last night. Bucks had a 7-point lead overtime. We thought they were going to force Game 6. But they gave up a 7-0, like an 8-0 run. The Pacers came all the way back and won in overtime. I thought they were done. A good comeback for the Indiana Pacers. We'll probably have more eliminations next week, like throughout the week. So, yeah. Hope everyone enjoyed, this show tonight. And hope everyone enjoys their weekend with Stanley Cup playoffs and all that. I will see you all next week. We'll do a WB Backlash preview. We'll preview the next WB pay-per-view, which will be next week. So, we'll preview the pay-per-view. So, we'll see you all next week.